Bulford. Does the name mean anything to you? 10 chances of 1, I bet if you were in the British Army, Bulford camp on the south side of Salisbury Plain, I bet that's what it means to you. Probably nights spent upon Salisbury Plain in the freezing cold. I hope that Bulford camp and Bulford has got some special memories for you. It certainly has for me. Bulford itself is probably one of the best, if not the best site I've ever done. And actually the fact that I was able to dig it was pretty much entirely due to the British Army. Why? Because the site that I excavated became part of a housing estate to rehouse the garrison that's coming back from Germany. So thank you, British Army, for bringing the garrison back and allowing me to dig the site. So why is it so important to me? Well, it's special to me because it has been special to people for thousands and thousands of years. The first people that were there, they were probably there in about, well, I don't know, 3,500 BC, 3,300 BC or something like that. They were early Neolithic settlers, some of the first farmers that ever came to this country. And one of their community died. He was a man, we know he was a man, and they buried him, they put him in a pit. They must have had some sort of wake beforehand because we found a lot of animal bones where they'd been feasting, probably in his memory, on the bottom of the pit, and then they'd placed him in there. Now, it's my bet that they would have also created a memorial to him. I bet you they would have put up a mound over the top of his grave, just to mark where he was, that it was a special place to them. If you've been on Salisbury Plain, you know that the whole area is covered with later Bronze Age burial mounds. They are special places, they are memorials to the dead. You'll probably know them because they got no digging signs in them. Keep off of them, respect them, they are special places. Now, if I'm right and there was a mound there, it did mark out that site as being special. And therefore, subsequent people also realised that it was something special there. Because in about 3000 BC, more people came back. They were the people who were actually marking out Stonehenge. They were the people who would have perhaps even done the groundwork at Stonehenge, digging out the ditch. But they were at my site and having special feasts and ceremonies there. They created pits. We dug up about 50 pits, all full of most amazing finds. I remember one pit in particular, down at the bottom there, got right down to the bottom. There was a beautiful chisel arrowhead, flint chisel arrowhead. And then just off to the side of that, whacking great big flint scraper for scraping skins. But really, the best of the lot was a beautiful flint axe. Oh, gorgeous, with a little bit of polishing round the blade. Most exquisite object. Nothing wrong with it at all. Not broken, placed in there. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. There was this whole series of special acts going on my site by those people. They were feasting, they were having a real good time, you bet your life on that. But we found things like aurochs bones. Aurochs are massive cattle, far bigger than any cattle on the planet now, or certainly in England nowadays. Would have created vast amounts of meat. There would have been quite a lot of people there feasting on this stuff. Hazelnut shells. We found the claws, the talons of a sea eagle, massive bird, and these just special sites, special objects. And then about 2500 BC, when they're bringing in the big stones to Stonehenge, back they came to my site. Back they realised that there was a special symbolism about my site, possibly still attracted by that low earth mound of our Neolithic burial. And the late Neolithic people in 2500, they created two circular monuments. We call them henges. They're special sites. They're ritual sites where ceremonies would have been taking place. But you quite often get one of them. To get two of them, that really was special. You don't get two henges together. You do now. Do at Bulford, I tell you. And then after that, the whole lot gets ploughed flat. And we wouldn't have known anything about how special that site was to our past generations without the archaeology. And the symbolism, the specialness of that site has now been made permanent by the Defence Infrastructure Organisation. They've recreated the banks of their two henges to remind the new garrison of just how special that place is, and to give the new garrison a true sense of place about where they're living. It is important. And of course we can say the same thing about Waterloo. That is an incredibly important place. It is full of symbolism and importance to so many people. Memorials everywhere. You only got to go down to Hougoumont Farm. The Coldstream Guards revere Hougoumont Farm. It's where they closed the North Gate. There are memorials all over the place at Hougoumont Farm to different regiments, and elsewhere on the battlefield to English regiments. But it's not just English regiments or British regiments. The Dutch also have got their own special meaning at Waterloo. They've got their own memorial, that whacking great lion mound that totally trashed the top of Wellington's battlefield, as he liked to call it. And the French as well, they're memorials to the French, winners and losers alike. But the important thing is that Waterloo has that permanent special aspect to so many people. There is still so much to learn about that special site. Archaeology is helping to get more detail into that special site. The work that Waterloo Uncovered is doing, the work that you will be doing if you're going out there in 2021, will be part of that special process.